So the next step for the hatless vise is I want to have all the thrust and the thrust washer system that creates the clamping force. And unfortunately, I had to give my donor vise back, but I did take drawings or measurements and make up some quick sketches. So I got to make a this is called the collar. It's an M1309 in the book, and the OD's 875 with a half 10 threads per inch left-hand Acme inside of that. So we're going to make that up. We got to make up, it's called a spacer. It's got like an anti-rotation pin required in it, then I'll have to figure out how to get that made up. And then a washer. Because what I'm hoping to do is I'll have this nut as well as the nut that's in the vise for when I start making the actual screw, so that as I make the screw, I think I'm going to try and do it between centers so I can pull it in and out of the machine, or out of the lathe I should say, without any issues. Still working through that one, but like I said, I wanted to have the other three pieces first. We're going to get started working on those. So basically all three pieces, the collar and the spacer and the keeper, are all 875 outside diameter. So this is just a piece of scrap that I'm going to use. It's about 1.25 inches right now, so I'm going to rough probably as far back into the chuck as I can get right now. I'll just rough it all down. I'll face it all off, get down close to, well, we'll get to 875 for the OD, and then we'll start working on the individual pieces, taking them out of it. I just wanted to rough that down, get that rust off of there. Still roughing at this point. We got about 100 and, well, we're just over 1 inch right now, so I got about 120 to go, but I want we'll leave a little bit to finish it, so I think I'm going to take 100 off right now, and then we'll change this tool out and get something in there to finish it. So I've zeroed out the cross slide, got a finisher with an insert in there, and I just going to see what we're at here, see what we need to take off. We want to be 875. We're about 934. Sometimes when it doesn't seem right, you gotta double check some things, and I'm not sure why, but I had thought that this washer was 0.875. Good thing the other two pieces are, but the washer is the first piece that goes in here. So I pulled the vise and started having a look at it, and this is only 750, and actually I do have it on the drawing as 750, so I'm going to turn a bit of the first quarter inch plus well, 0.200 is the washer, and I'm going to turn some space down for parting it off as well, so maybe 350, 400, and then we'll work on getting that washer made. So I stepped that diameter down. Actually, on closer examination, I got that down around 730, and so that's where it's going to end up going in, and that's a nice fit in there now. So that's like a washer that brings everything out beyond the casting. So at this point, I've got the OD turned down where I wanted it, and I've got the center drilled out. It's just slightly over ½ inch, which is going to be good. To be a slight bit of clearance on there for it to slip over top of the lead screw. So the next step is to part that off. Just set up here, and we got about 15 thou extra stock on there after we part it off, just to clean up the other side. I don't like the way that's cutting. The parting blade was a bit below center, and obviously not sharp, so we're in a little better position now. What's going on here? I think it's pulling the part out of the chuck. That certainly wasn't the cleanest parting. We can salvage the part, but now the workpiece is moving around. Gotta try and dial that in now. So at this point I've got the spacer and the washer machined. So what's going to happen is the washer fits in there first, and then the spacer, and then the locking collar. I've got one side stoned, ready to go down. I'm going to flip them both over on the surface grinder like that, take them down to the same thickness, about 200 thou. So the next thing I gotta make is the collar, which has the 1/2 inch 10 thread per inch Acme thread in it, and it has a locking set screw, and it's only a 1/2 inch long. So what I thought I would do, I got this material, this is turned down to 875 still. I thought what I'd do is get the center opened up pretty much the whole length of this, and then I'll part it off, because what I want to do is I want to hold this outside diameter in the collet, so that I only have a 1 inch piece of stock that I'm trying to thread with that Acme tap. So yeah, I think that's going to work. Just putting the finishing touches. I just want a little radius on this back side of this spacer here. I got to swap out this collet. Go down to 3/4. This guy here, when we ground that, it's pretty rough on that side, so we got to clean that up a bit. I thought that was 3/4. If I'm going to be able to squeeze that enough, I don't think so. So now that I've got this collar threaded with the left hand Acme 10 TPI, and this ready to go here. This one takes a little pin that goes down in a slot that has to be milled in the lead screw, so it holds it from rotating. So I got to drill a hole for that, and then this here takes a quarter, I think a quarter 20 set screw to hold it on the thread as well. So what I'm going to do is, again, I don't have a mill running, but what I thought I would do was I'm going to clamp these in the machinist vise and just grind a little flat across here, and then I'll just leave them right in the vise and go over and we'll drill for quarter 20 and drill for some sort of a pin here. I'm not sure what size I'm going to put in there just yet. It's the number 7 drill for the quarter 20. And now I'm just going to get the tap started while it's in the drill press here. Now I just got a manual T-handle on it now. Should be good. Should be all set here now. Let's see what we got. I'll have to deburr the bottom side of that hole. But that should work out good. I'm not going to put the pin in it until I cut the lead screw and put the slot in the lead screw. And then this one here has got the quarter 20 into the Acme thread. So that one turned out nice. I think I'll run the Acme thread back there, tap through there, just to make sure that's good. It's a little more work than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Okay, so the only thing left now is we got to start getting ready to make the lead screw.